Hey guys, it's Lisa. Welcome to Banning, Panning and Beyond. Today's video is going to be my February recap, and I'm not really sure that I have a lot to say, to be honest. I'm not feeling real well. I've got fighting a headache and I feel very tired, so I'm hoping that I'm not coming down with a virus. But I've also had a new reed diffuser in my front room, and I don't know whether or not it's the scent coming from that's giving me a headache. But anyway, I've taken some paracetamol and hopefully that goes, and maybe the tiredness is just from being up early. So Nat, if you're watching, yes, today is the day, as you can probably tell from the makeup that I'm wearing, that I was messaging you at 4:40 a.m. Yeah, anyway, so I'm just going to try and get through this as best I can. I really wanted to get filming done today because tomorrow is the start of my palette bingo, and I don't want to be filming any videos that are going to get released before the actual end of week update for that challenge. So I'm getting the video done today for my recap, like I said, and yeah, sorry if I'm not very focused and I'm not making much sense, but I will. Yeah, I wanted to get that done just because I wanted to make sure that the looks that I do throughout the week, I save them all for the end of the week. So that video just went up today. So today is Sunday the 1st of March, and I start the palette bingo. I decided to start that on a Monday. So it is really hot in the front room where I am recording. First day of autumn for us, and I think probably at least for a few more weeks we're going to be getting summer heat, and I am at the front of the house facing north, so I get all that hot sun from lunchtime onwards. So I've just put the air conditioning on, and looks like my stepson's just gotten home. Just hang on a sec. Hey Connor.
Yeah, Connor.
You want to say hello again?
Are you filming?
I'm recording again. There we go. Yeah, cool.
We're back.
No,
Back and
Kaylee.
better than ever.
What? Sorry? Better than ever?
Back and better than ever.
Okay, cool. Alright. Do you guys want to shut that door?
Okay, sure.
Oh no, just the one going out into the rest of the house if you like. Thank you. Anyway, sorry about that interruption. I'm still a little bit shy filming in front of the kids. So I don't have a lot to cover. I've just got my February notes here. So I think maybe just the temptations that I went through for the month, and I did resist, but maybe you guys can relate to some of these as well. So it was the Terra Moons Cosmetics had their Cosmic Chameleon release, and I can thank Siobhan for alerting me to that one, but I can proudly say that both of us did resist ordering that one. And the other one was the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette. I quite liked that, but I have seen that the top 3 rows are very similar, or appear to be quite similar to her first palette. And I'm just trying to think what else has gone up. My empties video won't have gone up yet, so I was going to say I do have a palette in my collection that gave me the same sort of vibe as the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2, so I'm not going to say what it is because that will sort of be a bit of a spoiler for my next video, or my empties video, which I recorded yesterday but will probably go up after this one, so I'll hold off on that. And the only other thing that really tempted me was the Jeffree Star Cosmetics, the Bloodlust. So, and all of you will know that I'm not into purple, but I love the Jeffree Star Cosmetics formula in his palettes. and if anything was going to make me wear purple, it would be that palette. But yeah, so we'll see how I feel. I'm going to obviously hold off. I can't buy it, and I'm running out of presents for people to buy me, so I'm not going to waste those occasions like Christmas and birthday, which are later in the year. I don't know what's going to get released between now and then, so we'll see whether or not come next year how I feel about that, and whether or not I still want it. And I'm not sure yet whether I'll stay on a no buy or whether I'll go to a low buy with a budget where I lift the ban on certain types of products where it's no longer just replacements only. So and yeah, we'll see how we go with that one. So there were a few temptations, but obviously, like I said, I did manage to resist those, and yeah, none of them sort of, I think Terra Moon's cosmetics was the hardest one, because I kept getting the email prompts to say, you've only got 4 days left for pre-order, and then it's only got 3 days left, or and it kept counting down. I think they actually even extended it, so it was quite a relief once that finished, and I no longer had to worry about that. I managed to get a fair bit of my cataloguing done, so I will do a video on that, which I'll release later in a few weeks time. So I'm obviously, if you've watched my last video, which I will link above, I'm going to do one palette bingo video per week, and then I'll do which will come out, for me it'll be on a Sunday, so for a lot of you that will be a Saturday, and then the other video during the week I release on a Wednesday here, so that's Tuesday for just about everybody else. And yeah, so I'll have an update on my cataloguing, where I'm at with that, and honestly I've still got so much to go. Some days it becomes quite overwhelming, other days I enjoy it. It just depends on what else I've got going on, and sort of sometimes I get into a bit of a groove, and that's a good thing. And yeah, so the other thing what happened in February was that I started my or joined a roulette pan collab, which I'm chipping away at. I'm trying to use the products that I've got in that, as many of them as possible every time that I do my makeup, which is not every day, but I'm trying hard. But the first few days I got back from my trip, I had a bit of catching up to do, and it was just a part of the day that I just skipped. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I've got to do an update for that on the 15th of March, so that'll be sort of a mid-month update that's coming for you guys as well. Yeah, so other than that, like I did promise that I would put some footage in from my trip away, and I've just been watching that, and I can tell you now, I've just got my laptop next to me, the video, I think for that one I set my alarm for 3:30, or no, it was 3:45 in the morning, and I ended up waking up prior to my alarm and got up and had a shower, and obviously I didn't get my makeup done, and I did film myself before I left. I went, oh my god, I'm not putting that up. I looked horrendous. So yeah, so you're not seeing that one. And then there was another one when I arrived at my sister's. It took me just over 3 hours to get to her house, and the angle of the camera was like, oh, you can see my nose hairs, and I was like, yeah, I'm not putting that one up either, and I'll be plucking those after I finish this video. What else was there? There was I did some footage of going through on the freeway, passed through some of the bushfire areas. You can see the burnt trees. One of them was way too fast. It was just too blurry, and there was a lot of background noise. But then there was a second one that, I'll put it in and see. I'm not sure at this stage how much I'll edit the footage, but I'm also waiting on permission to come back from some of my relatives that are in the footage, and photos that I may put up. I thought, you know, I need to do the right thing, and I need to make sure that they're okay with what I put up before I do it. I know that my sister is sort of a bit sensitive to being on social media, so I'll run all that by them first. So it'll be interesting for me, even when it comes to editing, you know, what goes in and what doesn't. So look, you know, I'll probably put it in at the end of this, and then anyone who's interested can, you know, watch it, and, you know, maybe skip forward if it gets a bit boring, or just skip it all together. Totally up to you. Another thing that I found out while I was away too was that my uncle has his own YouTube channel, so I thought I might put a link in to that if anyone's interested, you know, just out of curiosity. There, I know I haven't watched them yet, but there is a video on there of a fishing trip that all my uncles did, and like on my mum's side of the family there is like 6 uncles, and they tried to, not all of them can manage to get together, but they're all larrikins, and yeah, so I can't wait to watch that. And I also didn't know, which I haven't mentioned, was that my uncle that I went to visit, he had a kidney transplant about 16 years ago, I think it was, and he had he's got a video that he did of, because he did his dialysis from home, and he decided to record a video on that, on how I believe that it's about how to go, how to do the dialysis at home yourself. And he told me that he's actually, he'd been approached from hospitals after that to actually use his video as tutorials. So that's quite interesting. My daughter has watched it. She said it's a bit squeamish when he puts one of the needles in or something. So I will get around to watching that, but just letting you know that I'm hoping I can link that. I mean, it's a you know, open to anyone to subscribe to, so I don't believe that my uncle will have any issue with me putting a link into that video. So yeah, and I think that's pretty much it. It was you know, not a lot to say. Like I said, the month went pretty smoothly, no real dramas, and you know, I did say in my last video that you know, one of the reasons I wanted to include this was in this particular video is that when we have struggles in life, for whatever they happen to be for any particular person, they can often be triggers for us to overspend. And you know, lucky for me that I don't know whether it's because I'm already a few months into my no buy, because remember I did actually start at the start of December, so it's been 3 months now as of today that I'm recording this. And yeah, I guess that maybe that's helped me, but I also believe that part of what's helped me to get through, as I've mentioned before, is just being so busy. I'm, you know, being quite active on Instagram, having these YouTube videos to record and edit. Like my time is very full, so you know, I think that's you know, for me at least, that has really helped me to curb my impulses and not wanting to spend, and things that may have triggered me in the past. You know, I am a very emotional person, you know, and I do like to distract myself from my emotions, whether it, you know, be through reading a book, or obviously in the past shopping has been a big crutch for me to make me like with short-term happiness, but you know, thankfully the no buy is going quite smoothly for me at this point. And you know, and I hope that anyone else that's on a no buy or a low buy that's watching this, that things are going well for them as well. So yeah, so I'll edit my video now and see how it all turns out. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. With bird trees. With a regrowth. It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, got all new greenery. Whoops, a little bit bumpy. 15-20 minutes we'll be up the top. Something like that. Up the mountain we go. Almost at our destination. Thanks to Louise's directions. I'll probably make myself car sick. Yeah, probably. We finally arrived at Loanna. About to approach some farmland. It's right up in the sticks. It's like, what, how many? 8 hours? It's been 5, just over 5 hours since we left your place, wasn't it? Yeah. So much for shopping farmland. Here we go, and it finally is. Oh, you nearly hit a bird. Yeah, here's the farmland. Further. And we're just turning up left, just over this little bridge is the left. I think it's Kavanagh's Lane or something it's called. So I'll just go around this bend and then there's a left turn. Just slow down. There we go, to the turning here. Hippieville, here we are. Oh, the general store's up there. I've got to take you over there later. Yeah. Can we walk from Phil's? Yeah, it's just his house is just up here on the left, so you'll see where it says Studio 21. Keep going a little bit further. See the little blue sign up here? Yeah. Nice. So we got the gates open for us. No, and we've arrived at our destination. What? Let's have a look. Sorry, Karen, you're on film.
Oh. I've got to go and see the repairs that someone did yesterday over here.
Okay, you do that. What was that building up there again?
It was a timber mill.
Timber mill.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. What time do the roos come out?
Any time now. Yeah, you'll see them soon.
Go bounding across. I should see if I can walk down the stairs without killing myself. I'm not looking at what I'm filming. Oops, camera's a bit lopsided. Pippi! Isn't that where the red bellies hang out?
What's that?
Isn't that where the red bellies hang out?
In the
Yeah, what are you doing down there?
well, I don't know why the lid was off it.
Oh, they're not that strong.
But Al was here. He put this so that when the water tank overflows, then it'll rush down that way and go down the back.
For an overflow. Should go. I love the barbecue area out the front.
Yeah. We haven't hardly used it.
Since we were here last.
Yeah?
Can you get through around this way?
Yep.
Watch out for snakes.
No, I haven't seen any in my actual yard because when you've got a dog, they smell the dog, they don't go in.
And we get plenty of flies though.
Yep. Plenty of flies.
Here's the barbecue area.
Yeah, that's the back of it. It's a bit.
Yeah, that's not the exciting part.
What is this?
It looks so good when it's lit up. And you've got your vine. What grape's that?
Just a green grape. Shiraz grape or something.
Isn't Shiraz red?
Shiraz is red. Yeah, well, I don't know then because it was green.
Maybe they all start off green.
Yeah, maybe they do. But what happened is there was so many bunches, so Phil put bags over them.
Oh yeah, that was to protect them, wasn't it?
Yeah, but the ants got in the bags and ate all the grapes.
Oh, of course they do. We'll have to come back out here later and light it all up and
Yes.
sit and have a glass of wine. Oh, there's the other Karen.
The two Karens.
My sister Karen and my auntie Karen.
Winners of tonight's game.
No, I'm going to be
Death
flogging
Kind of
now.
humanity.
Yeah.
That's us.
Yeah, wishful
We
thinking.
might have to come back tomorrow and say, somebody cheated and we didn't win.
Rightio.
Shouldn't have drunk that glass of wine.
Yes.
Maybe I'll give you lots.
What's in there?
No, then you'll get too
Still staying
rowdy.
there, can't you? I hope it's not a nice friend for you.
We got a few succulents here, Karen.
Yeah, they're years old. I've had them since.
The B&B,
These died.
Yeah, they do.
One or two come back.
Yeah.
which we're not
That
staying in tonight. Whoops. That's it for now. I can't see, the kangaroos have disappeared. Is that the black cockatoo on the water thing? Drink at the bar. Cheers, sis. Cheers, Louise. Louise.